Since 1955, the College Board's Advanced Placement Program has delivered excellence in education to millions of students worldwide through over 18,000 AP programs. And in each of those AP programs, there's an important role that's often a little behind the scenes. But not today. Today, we shine the spotlight on the AP coordinator. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Derek Cometa, and this is Coordinated. Thanks for joining us for a series of conversations with experienced and incredibly talented AP coordinators. This school year, more than just about any in recent history, presents some unique and unprecedented times for schools and AP programs. Perhaps there is no better time to share our collective voices and perspectives. Just south of Salt Lake City, in the cold, snowy winter mornings of Orem, Utah, one can find a few very dedicated walkers, joggers, and yes, runners. Some running for the finish line, for the competition. Others running for the peace and quiet that only runners seemingly understand. Some run for both. Among those dedicated runners, we find Maja Stocking. Maja is a proud mother, beloved school counselor, and AP coordinator superstar, of course. Maja, welcome to the show. And can we get a quick shout out to your family? I imagine they are pretty excited about this moment in the spotlight for mom.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Derek. We absolutely love podcasts at our house. So Maddie and Izzy thought that was pretty cool. And they also said it was pretty funny that I was going to be on a podcast. My husband and the girls can't wait to listen.
Very good. Well, we are happy to have you with us today. And Maja, as folks can probably guess by your introduction, you are an avid runner. And I have a question. Is it true that you sometimes wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go running before school starts?
Oh, Derek, it is actually 5 in the morning. The only time I can do it.
Oh my gosh. Pardon me. 5 in the morning. I must have lost an hour with the mountain time zone or something. Maja, let's go ahead and get started and learn a little bit about your school, Timpanogos High School. Did I say that correctly?
So close. It's Timpanogos High School. And the reason it's called Timpanogos High School is that we have a absolutely breathtaking view of the Timpanogos Mountain as you're coming into school. So it is gorgeous in Orem, Utah. And we have about 1,300 students at our school. And our motto around here is, it's a great day to be a T-Wolf. So we are the Timberwolves, and it is a great day to be a T-Wolf here. So we're excited. We love Timpanogos.
And among all those Timberwolves, you are a counselor and AP coordinator there.
Yes, I am a counselor. And I have to say that I do love our counseling team. We have Tanya, Eliza, and Kahea, and we also have Susie, who's our registrar, and Annette Merrill, who's our secretary. And I honestly could not do my job without them or work as a counselor without an awesome team. We also have a 350 students to counselor ratio here at Timpanogos. And in addition to that, I'm the AP coordinator. I also am over the course audit, the AP course audit, and I'm also our SSD coordinator as well.
Wow. So you have a few things going on every day at school, it sounds like. And specific to AP, Maja, what can you tell us about your AP program?
Well, first, I've been an AP coordinator for 5 years.
So 5 years. That means you've run around the block a time or two.
Oh, Derek, that's a terrible joke, but I do appreciate the effort. So good job on that one. But yes, I've been doing this for a little while. At my school, we have 21 AP courses, and we have about 400 students taking between 700 and 8 to 800 exams each year.
Okay, and speaking of those AP exams, have you and your school determined a testing plan for this year? It's a crazy year, in case you didn't notice.
I would argue that it's been the craziest, actually. So, yes. So we actually, in Utah and at Timpanogos, we have an on-campus, face-to-face model that we're doing. We have lost some instructional time because we've shortened our schedule. And then on Wednesdays, we do have a hybrid kind of online remote learning that day. So we've lost a little bit of instructional time. But overall, we started school in August and we plan to end school at the end of May. So we really are going to do the Administration 1 exam, all paper and pencil, except for AP Computer Science A, which is going to be done still at school, but digitally. And I think we're going to try to use just our desktop computers that we have here at the school, and then leave Admin 2 for makeups or any students who may be sick and have health-related issues.
Okay, so you are planning on hosting most of your students in Admin 1 for paper and pencil testing, and that's at school, of course, and that makes sense because, as you said, your school's currently open. So here's my question. What are your plans for preparing those AP Computer Science students for digital testing in Administration 2?
That's an awesome question. We are still in the process of kind of getting into preparing for those digital exams. I know our teacher is going to be really awesome at that. These are computer science students, so I think they should be able to do it. But we're going to get them set up on their computers that they need, and then we're really looking forward to having that digital testing app that's going to be opening in April, so that they can have some practice questions. And also, there's a video that College Board already has for our students to watch to help them get prepared for digital testing when they do that in May.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. Of course, I am specifically curious about the digital testing options because I would like to talk with you a little bit more about the all-new digital testing guide that was just released last week.
I figured that was the case, so let's do it.
All right, everyone. We'll be right back in a quick moment after this message about another great resource. It's time to hear from two of Maja's colleagues, Carrie and Carrie, about the AP Coordinator community.
Hi, AP Coordinators. I'm Carrie Larison.
And I'm Carrie Franz.
We moderate the AP Coordinator community. This is a free online platform that connects over 6,000 AP coordinators from around the world.
One of the primary uses for the community is to host coordinator-related conversation and collaboration. Many coordinators feel all alone at their schools and do not share the role or have an assistant.
Right, and the opportunity to engage with other AP coordinators, especially around best practices, is so helpful.
Plus, I like to validate that what I'm doing is correct, or that I haven't missed any important tasks. New coordinators learn a lot just by seeing what is asked and answered, and even experienced coordinators have been learning a lot of new things these past few years.
Yeah, here's a good example. Recently, there was a collaborative exchange between experienced coordinators. The topic? How often everyone submits updates to their AP exam orders and AP registration and ordering.
I thought this was an excellent discussion. Some coordinators do this every time they make an update, and others less often.
It was great to see all the thoughtful comments and suggestions from our peers because there ended up being really good reasons for each option. In this case, there's more than one right way to get the job done.
By now, you may be wondering, how do we access this community? Just go to apcommunity.collegeboard.org to get started and request your free membership.
Again, that's apcommunity.collegeboard.org. And once you're in, you can choose a setting that allows you to receive a daily digest of all activity. This is so convenient since it's sent directly to my school email address. And this year more than ever, we think it's important to be part of the AP coordinator community. Together, we'll continue to find the best ways to support AP programs at our schools.
Thanks, everyone. We look forward to coordinating with you.
We are back. Maja, let's chat for a moment about the new digital testing guide for AP coordinators. First impressions?
Derek, it's really long. Longer than some of the books I've read recently. No. However, it does, answer many of the questions I've had around digital exams, and even more importantly now, planning for the digital exams in May.
I'm glad to hear that. And the digital testing guide is a perfect, and I guess I would almost say necessary, companion to the AP Coordinator's Manual Part 2. The digital testing guide, as you might imagine from the title, provides information about digital exams, while the AP Coordinator's Manual Part 2 provides information about paper and pencil testing. I sort of personally think most AP coordinators are going to become just as familiar with the digital testing guide as they are the AP Coordinator's Manual.
Yeah, I am definitely finding that out for sure. This year, I know I'm going to need both publications to get me through both types of testing.
Maja, how about if I start with a quick overview of the digital testing guide, and then you jump in and share some of the highlights that stick out to you from your AP coordinator perspective?
Sounds great to me. Let's do it.
Okay, so the digital testing guide. The digital testing guide has 7 major sections: digital testing overview, moving students to a later testing date, technical requirements, preparing for digital AP exams, taking digital AP exams, administering digital AP exams in school, and, let's not forget, accommodations for digital AP exams.
That's a whole lot of information, Derek. The first thing that I looked up, though, was the device and tech requirements. That was important information that I wanted to share with my tech department and my IT department at school. It's really important that they know that. If there's any challenges, there really might not be a quick fix. So it's really best to know about them right away and then provide the longest lead time for our IT department, which is one person. So he really needs to know what's going on as soon as possible.
Wow. Yeah, I can understand, especially with a one-person tech department, how that can definitely impact your digital testing plans. What else stuck out to you?
Of course, I wanted to learn about the security on those digital exams. And honestly, that wasn't as much for me. It was really because my teachers have been asking.
Maja, I think I know you well enough to say that sounds like it might have been a little bit for you too. You like to have answers for everyone, including your AP teachers. So I'm not sure I buy that story, Maja, but
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah, you're probably right. You know what they say about AP coordinators. So, but I was actually really excited to see how easy it is to change exam windows for students in AP registration and ordering, especially with the new multi-select feature. That's exactly what I'm going to need to move all of my AP Computer Science A students from Administration 1 to Administration 2 digital at school.
Right, that's a perfect example. And as you know, we also have a great video that shows AP coordinators exactly what you are talking about. And we'll put a link to that video in our show notes for everyone.
Derek. So just a couple of things that are also happening in April. No actions that's really needed right now, but I thought it would be nice to mention. And the first is about readiness steps for students.
That caught my eye as well. So on April 8th, students can download and install the digital testing app. And later on, they can practice with sample questions, complete exam setup, and then 30 minutes prior to the actual exam, students will check in to that exam.
So, Derek, I'm wondering if students are scheduled for paper and pencil testing, can they also access those digital practice questions?
Excellent question, Maya. And the answer is yes. YES. In fact, it is a great idea because paper and pencil students, the students who are taking paper and pencil testing, I should say, that way they would also be prepared for digital exams just in case something unexpected comes up at the last minute, like a student illness the morning of their paper and pencil exam or something like that.
No, that's such a good point and really good to know. Another thing I saw in mid-April that I, as the AP coordinator, will have access to the digital exam readiness dashboard. I am so looking forward to be able to see what my students are doing.
As a former AP coordinator, I think that sounds pretty cool as well. In that dashboard, again, that's going to be available in mid-April. AP coordinators can track student readiness for digital exams. And that includes seeing the status of the digital testing app installation, seeing the status of setup, of check-in, and even exam progress.
And I read that I, as the AP coordinator, will be able to manage student makeup requests for digital exams, which is something I'm very happy about. And Derek, there's a lot more around the actual exam and the exam day experience. But honestly, I'm actually not thinking too much about that right now. I'm just trying to prioritize. So
I can understand. The digital testing guide does provide a lot of digital testing information. And there's more good information to come in early April, just in time for the stretch run. And you know a thing or two about running.
Just a thing or two, yep. Thanks so much, though, Derek, for having me on the show. I am really looking forward to working through this process for AP.
Well, all the thanks go to you, Maya. And I, unfortunately, do much more sitting than I do running. But let me just say, from where I sit, I think your school is very fortunate to have you as their AP coordinator. And Maya, it's time for our victory lap final question. So, Maja Stocking, what does being an AP coordinator mean to you?
That is such a good question, and it's a fully loaded question. There are so many different things and different meanings that I get from being an AP coordinator. To be 100% honest, I actually, at the end of everything that I've done all year, I just have a really great sense of pride in our AP process and in our students who are working hard all year to take these AP exams and to be prepared for them so that they can earn college credit as they go on in their future goals for college and the future. So that's one thing. And I just love interacting with our teachers, the different community that I get to be a part of, and also the AP community that we have across the country. I just think it's so cool that we have all these awesome resources. So it's one of those things that it's not always easy, but it does have some amazing rewards at the end, and even a little bit during the process as well. Thank you for listening to our show. Coordinated is written, recorded, designed, and produced by Derek Cometa. Our executive producer is Bill Ankenow. Our podcast logo is by Amy O. She is enjoying AP Drawing and 3 other AP courses at Savannah Arts Academy. Our theme music is Good as Gold by Jackie Ray, former AP Music Theory student at Oakton High School.
And thanks again to our special guest, Maja Stocking. We hope you have been enjoying these conversations and would appreciate it if you rate, review, and subscribe to Coordinated in your podcast application. And please do not forget about the interactive mini workshop series. They are free and you can register right now at collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Training. AP Coordinator superstars, like Maja, are helping out with those, and you just might see her there. And of course, thanks to my favorite people in all of education, that is you AP coordinators, no doubt you are always good as gold.
And maybe I just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so. I'm good as gold.